Hey entrepreneurs, Sam Day here from DeyTips, and in today's video I'm speaking about Google ads for complete beginners. So for those of you who maybe you've been thinking about running ads on Google, or you just want a little bit more information as to how Google ads work so you can see if it will work for your business, then this is the video for you. So those of you who haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please hit that subscribe button because you won't miss a video when I'm speaking about marketing related topics to help you with the marketing for your business. So first and foremost, what are Google ads? Well, obviously Google is a platform that we go onto to search for queries. If we're looking for a new restaurant, or we're looking for clothes, or we're looking to answer a question, we go to Google. And there are two main types of results that we see. The first main type of result that we see is known as organic search. So these are the websites that have optimized their web pages to be found in Google for specific keywords. So they are keyword triggered. So I speak about SEO quite a lot in this channel. I'll leave a link in the description down below to my SEO playlist. So SEO essentially stands for search engine optimization, and that is how you can optimize your website to be found in the major search engines like Google, Yahoo, and Bing. So SEO is actually free. You can rank in Google without having to pay. But with Google paid ads, you are bypassing the Google search results because there's no guarantee that you're going to rank in Google when you optimize your website doing SEO. Like, there's no SEO company on the planet that can guarantee you're going to rank in Google for a particular key term. That's why one of the best ways to do SEO is to have loads of different blog articles on your website, because it increases your chances of some of them ranking in Google when you drive in traffic to your business. But when it comes to Google ads, you can almost guarantee that your website is going to show up when someone types in a specific keyword. And I did say almost there because there are a couple of extra factors in play when it comes to Google ads that you should be aware of to help you run more effective ads on Google. So first and foremost, who should be running Google ads and who shouldn't? Well, if you have a budget to play about with, then Google ads could be a really good avenue for you. But if you're struggling at the moment financially, you don't really have a budget to invest, I would say at least £400 a month in your Google ads, then it might not necessarily be the right option for you, because Google ads, especially depending on what keywords you're choosing or you're targeting, it can be quite expensive, and you need to spend money to kind of get data usually before you even start making a profit. I personally believe that one of the biggest mistakes a lot of newbies make when they're doing any paid traffic campaigns, and Google ads is no exception to that, is they want to get results right out of the gate. And not only is that unrealistic, but it's not the best way to do paid ads online. What you want to do is get data. You're essentially buying data. You're paying to get clicks to certain keywords, to track what keywords convert into leads and sales for your business, to see what does work, what keywords don't work. And then you can optimize your campaigns. So based on what you see from the data, you can make small and big changes sometimes to your campaigns so that you know what works, you know what doesn't work. And maybe month one, you go from spending £400 and making zero to month three, you've made some optimizations. You're still spending £400, but now you're making £3,000 a month, because you know what works and what doesn't. So when you're setting up your ad campaigns, you can choose what keywords you want to show up for in Google. So let's say, for example, you're selling a pair of trainers. You would want to think about all of the keywords someone might type into Google to potentially find your trainers. So let's take a second to dive deeper into what Google ads actually are and how they work. So essentially, Google ads are keyword based, and you will pay per click. So you may have heard of the terminology pay per click marketing or PPC marketing. Google have different types of ads as well. They have product listing ads, which I'm not going to speak about in this video, but I do have a video on it, and I'll leave that in the description down below. I will also be doing some updated further videos on Google product ads as well. So if you're interested in that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But the ads that I'm focusing on today is search ads. So these are text-based ads. And when you type a query into Google, you will see organic results and you will see advertisements. So businesses that are bidding to show up when people type in that specific keyword. So let's say, for example, I was a plumber and I wanted to show up in Google as an advertisement when someone typed in plumber in London. I can set up an advertisement in Google and make one of my keywords be plumber in London. And in theory, when someone types that query in, then my advert will show up in Google as an advert. And I'm not charged when people see that advert in Google. I'm only charged if someone searches for that, sees my ad, and then actually clicks. So this is really great because you're only actually paying for tangible traffic to your website. You're not paying for impressions like some advertisers do. They charge you just for impressions. And with Google Ads, you're literally only paying when someone clicks on your advert. But the thing about Google advertisements is not everybody is going to search using the exact same keywords. So someone might be searching plumber in London and someone else might be searching plumber London, but they are still essentially searching for the same things. This is why Google have what's known as keyword match types. So your keyword match types will further determine what types of keywords are still related to the keywords you want to show up for in Google. So there are different types of match types when it comes to advertising on Google. You have exact match, you have phrase match, and you have broad match. So when you get to the stage of your Google ad campaign, when you are actually typing in your keywords, the way you type in those keywords will tell Google if you want that keyword to be a phrase match, an exact match, or a broad match. If you just type your keyword in and you have no parameters around that keyword, then Google will see it as a broad match keyword. And I don't recommend that you use broad match keywords in your campaigns for Google Ads because essentially it increases your chances of showing up in Google for keywords that are not that relevant. So you're going to show up for more irrelevant keywords, and you will notice this as well. Like if you do use broad match and you start looking at some of your results, maybe a few days afterwards, you can see what keywords you're actually showing up for in Google. And you will notice after a while, if you're using broad match, that you're starting to show up for keywords that are really irrelevant. And that's just costing you money and not allowing you to have success using Google Ads. The one good thing about Google Ads though is you can create what's known as negative keywords. So if you were doing broad match and after a while you started noticing that you were showing up for keywords that were irrelevant when you checked your Google Ads account after it had been running for a while, you can actually add a keyword to your negative keywords list, which means that even though you're running broad match keywords, you can tell Google what keywords to not add and not show up for. So another keyword type is phrase match. And when you're including your keywords or adding your keywords to your keyword list when you're creating your Google Ads campaign, you can add like these speech marks around your keywords. And what this does is it tells Google that you want that keyword to be a phrase match. And basically a phrase match is when you tell Google, I want to show up for this particular keyword, but also if there is another keyword that has a similar meaning to this keyword, I want to show up for that keyword as well. So this allows you to kind of show up in Google for the keywords you think are relevant, but also you can get some other related keywords as well, which you may not have thought about, that could bring you in traffic and new customers and new sales and whatever it might be. And likewise, you want to do a similar thing. Keep an eye on your analytics, because if you've set up your Google Ads properly and you have Google Analytics installed on your website as well, you'll be able to see what keywords are actually converting for you into new customers and new leads, and what keywords are just costing you money. And the keywords that are costing you money and not converting, again, you can add those to your negative keyword list so that you don't show up for them again. And this is one of the ways you can optimize your campaigns to help you progressively make more money. And you also have exact match keywords. So when you're entering your keywords into Google, you can use these brackets around your keywords, and this tells Google, I only want to show up for this exact keyword. Now, things have changed slightly to when I was running Google Ads years ago, where exact match actually meant exact match. Like, I'm only showing up for this keyword. So Google will actually kind of still include variations of your keyword, but not half as many as they will for phrase match, and definitely not as many as broad match. So that's something to keep in mind as well, is when you're doing your keyword research and you're figuring out what keywords you want to show up for in Google, you want to also maybe add exact match and phrase match and not add broad matches, And even if you are doing broad matches, keep a close eye on your analytics so you can see what keywords you need to start adding to your negative keyword list. And not just that, but if you are using phrase match and there are keywords that are just not driving results, then obviously you want to add those to your negative keyword list as well. So Google have a ranking system when it comes to Google Ads, because you are not the only person likely who is trying to compete for the keywords you want to compete for. Everybody wants the attention of their target customers. And if you are competing with other people in your industry, then how does Google decide who ranks where when it comes to your Google ads? So obviously there's limited space as well on Google. So there's times when you might notice your ad is showing up and times when your ad is not showing up for your desired keyword. So Google basically decide what adverts should show up based on what's known as quality score. So your quality score is how good your advert is. You can't just put an advert out there and Google's going to drive you loads of traffic. Your advert actually has to be good. So some of the metrics that Google use to decide whether or not your advert is quality and whether they should be showing it to more people is something known as your click-through rate. So the percentage of people who see your advert in Google, how many of them are actually clicking on your ad? So as we mentioned, you don't actually pay for impressions. You don't pay when people see your advert in Google. You pay when people actively click on it. And obviously that's important for Google as well, because Google are only making money from your advert if people are clicking on your ads. So Google don't want you to have adverts that are just there and not getting clicked. And if there is a competitor who is also bidding on your keywords and their ads are getting more clicks than your ads, then even if they're spending less money or they're bidding less money for those keywords, then your competitor is likely to outrank you because Google highly prioritize click-through rate. So you want to make sure that you make your Google ad enticing, make people want to click on it so that you have a good click-through rate, your quality score goes up, and you're likely to get a lot more traffic and benefit from cheaper clicks as well, because if you have a good quality score, you're likely to be paying a lot less for your clicks. But also, it's really important that you have a quality landing page. Your landing page needs to be well put together and it needs to be relevant to your advert. I put a video out not too long ago speaking about why you shouldn't send paid traffic campaigns to your homepage. I'll leave a link to that video in the description down below, but it's extremely important when it comes to Google, because if you send traffic to your homepage using Google ads, that will actually demote you in terms of your quality score because it's not relevant enough to your keyword. So Google want you to be creating relevant Google ads, whatever keywords you're bidding on. Make sure that the landing page, when people click on your ad, it is really relevant to that keyword. So if you're promoting a certain type of shoe in your advert, then you want to make sure that when people click on that link, people land on the page that talks about that shoe rather than your homepage, because relevancy is really important when it comes to quality score as well. And having relevant ads can actually help you to pay less for your Google ads as well, and to show up more and to get the most out of your Google advertising. But as well as that, you want to ensure that people have a quality experience on your website. So simple things that we speak about in terms of SEO, like making sure your website loads quickly and making sure it's easy to navigate through different pages on your website, and making sure that the buying process is simple and that your text is legible as well, that it's not difficult to read. You're using high quality pictures on your site. Remember, Google is a brand as well, and they want to be known as a website that suggests high quality, useful, trustworthy websites. So if your website looks good and it's easy to navigate through and it loads quickly, then that's a good signal to Google to say, oh yeah, we definitely want to recommend this website and we're going to show this advert highly on our search results because it represents us well as Google. So I've spoken about it a little bit already in this video, but you really want to be thinking about conversion tracking when doing your Google ads. So you don't just want to be running Google ads and having no idea where your conversions are coming from. You can actually link your Google ads account to your Google Analytics account. So when you run ads, you can get all of this great data about how well your adverts are running. And this is something you definitely want to ensure that you do. So obviously you don't necessarily know what keywords are going to bring you in results. So the best way to do this is to split test loads of different keywords. So first and foremost, you want to mind map. Think about what keywords you want to show up for in Google, keywords that are related to your product that people might be searching to potentially find your brand or your business, and bid on as many of those keywords as you have a budget for. Then after a few days or a few weeks, you want to go back into your Google Analytics and see what keywords are costing you a lot of money. So you might find that there's keywords that are bringing in a lot of traffic, but everyone who clicks on that link after typing on that keyword doesn't convert into a sale. You might want to consider pausing that particular keyword so you're not showing up for that keyword that's costing you money but not generating you sales. You may also notice in your analytics that there are keywords that are getting less traffic, so less people are clicking, but from the people who do click, they are buying. You might want to actually increase your bid for the keywords that are generating you sales, and maybe pause or have less of a budget for the keywords that are costing you money and not yet translating into leads or sales for your business. I speak quite a lot on this channel about split testing when it comes to ads, and it's no different from Google ads. Obviously you want to split test your keywords, but you also want to split test your advert as well, and Google make this easy for you. So they encourage you to create multiple headlines and multiple descriptions when you are creating your advert. This is because they will show your advert in various variations with different headlines and different descriptions to see which one entices people to click and to convert the most. So those are two major things you want to test: is the keywords that you are using, but also the advert itself, the headline and your description. But you can also test your landing page as well. So if you notice that you're driving a lot of traffic to your landing page, but you're not generating sales or you're not generating leads, then it might be an issue with the landing page. Maybe your call to action button is not big enough, or it's not clear enough, or maybe you don't have any call to actions. You might want to change that and test that. And one of the things that I find that separates someone who's successful with paid ads to someone who's not is the person who is successful usually understands that they have to put their advert through quite a bit of testing before they arrive at an ad that is converting extremely well. There's different elements of your website and of the ad process in itself that you might want to test before you start seeing profit. And that's why I always recommend having a test monthly budget when doing advertisements online, because that test monthly budget is there to help you to buy data so that you can see what works, what doesn't work. You can optimize and make increased profits as time goes on. So there is quite a lot to think about when it comes to paid ads online, whether you're doing it through Google or doing it through another means as well. I always recommend having at least two traffic sources that you focus on. One being a paid traffic source like Google Ads, and another being a free traffic source. And that might be your SEO, or it might be your social media marketing. This just kind of allows you to diversify your traffic so you're not so reliant on just one. And if you want to know more about Google Ads and how it works, and also other traffic methods as well, I highly recommend again that you download the formula. It's completely free, and I do speak about Google Ads inside of it as well. So if you want to get a little bit more in depth, then download that and join the DeyTips newsletter as well, where I share some of my best insights. Link will be in the description down below. But I really do hope you gained benefit from this video. If you have tried Google Ads before and it hasn't worked out for you, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll see if I can help as many of you out as possible. But if you haven't tried it yet and you would like to, hopefully these tips help you to become successful with it. But until next time, guys, have a great day. Make sure you download the formula, and I'll see you soon.